Okay, how's it going? Just look at the backlighting. God, it makes it look massive, doesn't it? You see the whole thing in shot like that. Don't call it jumbo for nothing. So yeah, cold on going down. Oh, lovely. Carlsberg. Nice one. And I did say that I do have a bit of a natter when I got my strings. Got some strings today, so now these strings I'm playing now are not expensive. They are actually called highly strung strings, and they're by a firm called Highly Strung, but they're not going anymore now. I looked up on the internet and that, but they're not going. I've been getting these, well, more or less since the early 90s. That's when I first started learning to play the guitar. I started, you know, when my strings wanted renewing. These are the strings I use, £3 a set, I think they were then, and I bought loads of them, 12s by the way, that's what I play, 12 gauge, if you don't know much about guitars and stuff. These are like light or medium light. It's going by the 12, what are they, up to 52, 12 being the thinnest, which is thinnest string. Anyway, I had a roop through. I haven't bought strings for years and years. Well, I tell a lie, probably about 2 years. I went on eBay. I got a couple of sets of these, £2 a set. But I'm not holding out on these. They'll probably snap within a week. I'll probably snap when you're trying to tune them. But these I've been using for years. Buying them in sets of 6, 4, 6, and what have you. And one set, I did a series of videos, it must have lasted a couple of years on one set, playing pretty regular, but they just went on forever. Yeah, they're good strings. But like I say, they're not going anymore, highly strung. And that's the last set. I did a quick stock check, and that's my last one. These strings, they're still going okay, apart from, well, the 4th string snapped. That's why it's, see there, it's probably, you might not be able to see that, but it's long. I had to buy a single string. It's because of my tuner, the batteries kept saying tune it up, tune it up, tune it up. I thought this can't be right. So I was there, and the next minute, bang! So I got a single one, but that was not the strings fault, that was the tuner's fault. So yeah, that's my last set. So the other day, I went on eBay, and I got a pack of these Adagios, pack of 3. Supposed to be very good strings. Phosphor bronze, medium light, they're calling them. These are 12s, again the same gauge, 12 to, I think these go to 52 or 53, something like that. But yeah, pack of 3 for £10.99, but when I went to checkout I had 10% off for some reason, I don't know why, and it come to £9.89, so it's about £3.30 give or take a few pence per set. And they're supposed to be good strings, so yeah, so I've gone on to these now. So yeah, that's the Adagio acoustic guitar strings. That's the strings. I haven't bought strings, like I say, for years, but these are still going. sounding pretty good, holding their tune. So yeah, just thought I'd have a bit of a natter with that. And I'm tending now to like these picks that are a bit more flexing than I used to play. So yeah, oh yeah, like I say, these from eBay, £2 a set, but I don't know, I'm not holding I got these about 2 or 3 years ago, but I don't know how long they're gonna last. So yeah, and another thing, yeah, these things, if you show these, or one of these to someone that doesn't play the guitar, and you said to them, that swivels, and that swivels round there. It's got a little slot there and a little cut out there. What is that used for? Probably they wouldn't know. A non-guitar player would look at that and think, no idea what that is. And it's a string winder. It's the idea of it. It's supposed to fit over there like that, and you wind the strings. But I never use them. I never use them as a string winder. Haven't had the need. But what I do use is the little groove there. It's for taking the pins out here. Once you've taken undone your string, you push it against your pin, and it pulls the pins out when you change your strings. But I've never used them as a string winder. And you can get these string winders that they fit onto a power drill. Why would you want to do that? If you were string, that's gone. I turned that slightly, but anyway, I'll have to retune that. Better, sounded a bit better. But I can't tune the guitar by ear, or relative tuning they call it. I have to use a tuner. I haven't got round to doing it, by ear and what have you. You see some of these guitar players that you tune the guitar just by listening to it, but I can't do that. But yeah, why would you want to use a power drill? I mean, if you know how to string a guitar properly, obviously put the end in there, put your peg in, put it onto the nut, say this string here, push the string through, bend it round towards the centre of the head, and then back under itself, and then bend it up, and then as you start to tighten the string, it acts like that, or like that I should say, and it winds round. This is the end of the string that you've gone under and bent it up, and then as you tighten it, it'll lock. It locks onto itself, and they won't slip. But if you just push it through and then start tightening it up, they'll just slip on you. Or you'll be in the middle of playing, it'll just lose its tune. But that's how you do it: through the hole, bend it round towards the centre, and then back under itself, and then bend it up so it's 90 degrees. And then as you tighten it, it'll lock. It locks onto itself, and your strings won't slip. And I've only had to turn about 2 or 3 times, and it locks onto itself. So I don't use these things. I don't know why people have the need to use a string winder, to be honest. But like I say, what I do use on them is the little groove, just to remove the pegs. So yeah, that's it. So, new strings, like I say, but these are still going, and I'll put them, once these are worn out a bit, I'll put the highly strung ones on. and then I'll start using them adagios. But I've had a set of strings. They last. It must have been 2 years, something like that. They just kept going and going and going. They just refused to give in. But yeah, and I got a tuner. I'll be arriving next week. I'll show you that in a video. I've been using my phone. I've got a good app on that. It's an excellent tuner. But I got another knacky little tuner, which is going to be here next week, probably Wednesday. I think they said the delivery. I'll show you that when that arrives. Right, that's about all I got to natter about, I think. Right, I'm going. I'll see you in the next one.